Oh, no. No more red Kool-Aid, y'all.
Welcome back. Oh, a lot of talk about this.
FDA bans red dye. Number 3. That means no more Kool-Aid for you, brother.
25 years after red dye number 3 was barred from cosmetics, including lipsticks, because of potential cancer risk, FDA now banning it from the food supply. Mikey Rangel, a dietitian with Children's Health.
This? Okay, if y'all have traveled to other countries, they have a lot of the products that we use in everyday foods and cosmetic products that are clearly banned in other countries because of cancerous, effects and stuff like that. And I heard about this red dye ban. I've been reading up on it, and apparently it's something that people were like, how come this wasn't banned like decades ago? They're just now banning it. Interesting.
Joins us this morning. I feel like we've heard a lot about red dye number 3 for a long time. It's in a lot of things, right?
It is. A lot of those candies and frostings and sprinkles and drinks, things that maybe aren't our favorite things for our kids to be eating, but our kids certainly love them.
Yeah, and this all started.
Could be giving the kids autism and shit,
Big push, especially with the election lately. A lot of people talking about things that we would like to see taken out of foods because red dye is something that's not allowed in some other countries, right?
Exactly.
That's right. It's been banned in a lot of countries. And in fact, a lot of states within our own country have banned it in their products.
Okay. Are we going to notice that this is gone?
So that's a good question. A lot of products might be getting a little paler in color.
Okay.
A lot of
So you telling me they've been dyeing my hot dogs? Oh, no. Not dyeing the glizzies.
Already started to phase it out.
Oh, really?
So because of the rules in other countries and the rules in other states, there are formulations that companies have made to already
you should start getting your kids off of candies like that because that stuff is clearly not healthy for your kids. Your kids need to be eating carrots, celery, all that. As big as these kids be around here, especially in Texas, these kids be big, bro. It's like these kids be like 5 years old, 6, 7 years old, big, looking like they weigh 150 pounds. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Eating stupid stuff like that. Like, stop feeding your kids this candy. It looks nice. They grabbing for it. Mommy, mommy, mommy. And, some of y'all parents, y'all don't know how to tame your kids. Some of y'all know how to tame y'all's dogs better than your own kids. Like, you'll tell your dog, hey, quit peeing in the living room. And your kid's over here literally breaking glass everywhere. And you're like, oh, that's my little Timmy. And then he'll be like, fuck you, Mom. And you'll just be like, oh, I love you too, Timmy. Ooh. We need to start putting a switch on these kids. And I'm not talking about the Glock switches. I'm talking about the belt. Like, seriously, these kids need that.
No, it's not like I'm going to the store tomorrow and my hot tamales are going to be gone.
They won't be gone. They've got a couple years to phase this out. There are other dyes that can still be used, and certainly some more natural dyes that companies can start to sway toward.
Are we going to notice the taste? Like, is it going to taste different?
I would say no. I can't say I've done a full taste comparison. But, these are the foods that really should just be in moderation anyway. We shouldn't be eating hot tamales and, candy corns every single day.
Right. And do you think this is the start of something that we're seeing?
I think that this is
more to come, do you think?
It's definitely been a hot topic for at least 24 hours now.
Hopefully it's the start of Americans starting to eat healthier because we're tired of this shit, bro. The school foods are garbage. This food's garbage.
Several years.
Garbage.
I think that families especially are more concerned about what's in their food, and there's a lot of consumer advocacy groups that are pushing for these kind of changes.
Yeah. As far as I remember hearing red dye, like people, some families taking it out of their kids' diets because of like how they acted, like hyperactivity. At least that's the first time I heard what red dye number 3 was. Does it cause that? Is there science behind that? And also, I mean, they're saying it possibly linked to cancer. What kind of science have we been seeing behind that?
Great question. So the science that we found with cancer is that there is a link between red dye 3 and cancer in rats. That same link is not shown in humans or really any other animals. That cancer was linked to a rat-specific hormone. So that's why it's been allowed in our food supply, because that same cancer link isn't there. But there is a clause in the law that shows that If an
banned in
additive
other
shows
countries.
cancer in any human or animal, it
rat.
has to be banned, or rat.
Yes.
So that's why, this is more of a legal matter. Now, with hyperactivity, there are some studies that show that it could be a trigger in kids that are sensitive. So not a direct cause of behavior issues or hyperactivity, but perhaps a trigger in kids that are sensitive.
And they have a couple years, right? So I know it's medicine, it's what, 3 years, and for foods it's 2 years. So it's not going to happen overnight, but
correct.
It's out of here. All right. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you
in.
for
I
having
appreciate it. We just found out we went to school together. Well, I mean, we knew we went to school together, but we just reconnected.
Exactly.
Awesome. One step closer to being healthier, I guess. Shit. We're still far behind compared to other countries, though, but it's all good. We trying.